Hey, it's Megan, and I'm really excited to talk about Project Runway Season 10. The first episode is their 10th anniversary, and they have 32 models and 16 designers. And Tim Gunn is back, and I'm so excited because he wasn't on the All Stars season of Project Runway. They have more seasons than I Love Lucy, and they have their first design fashion show in Times Square with this huge audience. So the challenge for episode 1, they had to bring in their own design aesthetic from home, and then they had to make a second piece. They have $100 to go to Mood, and I was really excited because I was tweeting and I saw Mood's tweet about their dog Swatchy or Swatch, and I actually saw him in Project Runway on the tape, so that was awesome. So they have $100 to go to Mood and a one-day challenge to make a second look from their first. So there's 16 designers right now. I have two that I kind of like. I didn't get to see too much of their designs yet, just a lot of their personalities. And I thought that a lot of the personalities were kind of cocky, which I don't really like. Like Gretchen, who won Project Runway. She was very cocky, and I did not like her. So first off comes Buffy, this really eccentric woman. She's Indian and Australian, and she grew up in Dubai. She likes neon colors, which is not my thing at all, but she was an interesting designer. And then there's Gunner, who was on last season, and he was really rude to the other designers, which I did not like. And someone made a comment about him being in Toddlers and Tiaras, which was really funny. His dress was pretty cool with a black stripe like down the front, but I don't know, his personality sucks. He was a little devo. There's a girl, Lanty, I think that's how you say her name. She had like a white dress, and then she added snakeskin to this front column piece, which was interesting. And then she had that same snakeskin added to that front piece and it to a dress made of tulle, which looks kind of like a prom dress. So we'll see what she comes up with next week. There's a girl, Elena, who is very edgy and futuristic, which is not my thing, but we'll see what she does again. It's hard to judge on one episode. There's a funny man, Kuan, who's Japanese, and his looks very costumey, and Tim Gunn did not understand what he was saying, which was funny. And when his designs came on the runway, the crowd was screaming, which was cool to see. There's a girl, Melissa, who's from the Midwest. She's from Michigan, which was really exciting because I'm from Wisconsin, and I feel there's not many designers from the Midwest. She went to college to be a lawyer, and then 10 years later, she got her master's in fashion, which is an awesome story. She does black and white and leather. She had a really cool leather jacket with a long skirt and a wraparound dress that was asymmetrical that I really liked. There's a man, Ven, who designs to sell, and he does romanticism. He has good quality, and he's really good at tailoring, but he was kind of cocky and old school, so I didn't really like that. And he used fuchsia, which I think pink and fuchsia are for little girls, and I don't like those colors. There's a girl, Alicia, who has dreadlocks and a lesbian, so she does menswear / women's wear. And she made a hooded dress, which I thought the hood kind of made it look inexpensive, but she had really cute pants, and she liked asymmetry, which I think is awesome in fashion. Then there's Beatrice, who I loved her portfolio when I looked on mylifetime.com. She said she was really nervous to make her look because she had 4 days to make her first look and now just one day. And she did a lot of knits and sweater dress, and it was really cute. There's Raul, who he first did menswear and now he's doing women's wear, and he loves lace, which I am really excited about because I too love lace. And he loves hats, and he had a weird textured dress, which I didn't like. I thought that the textured made the woman look bigger than she actually was, which I don't think women like to look fatter. There's a man, Fabio, from Brazil, and he had a cool backstory too. His grandmother was a seamstress, and he said that the sewing machine sounds like a lullaby to him. There's also an older woman who was kind of cocky and super confident, saying she was experienced. I guess she's a professor who teaches fashion design. Her name is Andrea. There's a man, Dimitri, who is very focused, and he started out as a dancer and liked the costumes and then went into fashion. He does clean architectural. He had a sequin gown, which was cool. I love sequins and sparkle. There's Sonia. She does a mixture of soft and hard, and she has blue hair, which is really cool and memorable. She did pants with a leopard print, but it was gray and black, which I thought was a really cool choice for a print. And then a vest, and it was lime green. So I liked her color choice and fabric choice a lot. Then there's Christopher, who was really cute, and he's not confident, but he was really humbled, which I really like his personality. And he was trying to make friends and talking to everyone, and Gunnar was really mean to him. He made a cocktail dress. It was very feminine, and then he had a zipper on the back, which I love zippers anywhere on garments, whether they're needed or not, or just for fashion. I think they're awesome. Then the last one is Nathan, who had a turquoise dress and a knot in the middle, and then a gown with an open back. I didn't learn too much about him. So they had their runway in this big show in Times Square, New York. It was really awesome. On the bottom was Kuan, the Japanese man, and then Beatrice, who was the girl that likes knit that I really liked her portfolio, and then Lanty, who did like a 60s vintage dress in the snakeskin. And then on the top was Melissa, the girl from Michigan, which I was really excited about. And then Ven, the cocky guy with a flower right here. And then Christopher, who was really humble and friendly with everyone. So first they judged Kuan. He said his first one was an older work, and then he made his recent work for today's look. They said it was really intriguing but odd and strange, which was the same thing I thought. And it was borderline Teletubby, which I thought was a funny comment. They knew his own point of view, but it didn't look expensive. It looked kind of like a joke, and they weren't sure if him being restrained would be better or just let him go crazy of what he can make that would actually look expensive. Then they judged Melissa, and she was on the top. They loved her geometric angles and the first dress. They thought she had a really good point of view. Then they judged Beatrice, who did mixing knits and easy to wear. They weren't impressed. They said it looked sad and it was too comfortable, and they said she just should design a Snuggie, which I thought was kind of mean. And they didn't really know who she was as a designer. And then Ven, who was really creative draping and very tailored, which I don't understand how he sewed that, because he had this flower just wrapped around and laying flat, and it was beautiful, but he was really cocky and I didn't like him. And then Christopher, who did mixed material. I loved his gown, and he had beautiful fabric, and they said it looked very effortless, but Michael Kors did not like his styling at all, so hopefully he can get better at that. And then last was Lanty, who did a 60s vintage dress, and then the snakeskin, and they said it was not flattering. So the winner was Christopher, which I was really excited about because he was awesome and I loved his personality. He was really friendly and nice. And then Beatrice went home, which was sad, but she did not show her personality or anything. I think she didn't have very many sewing skills, and that really made her fall. Now next week is the unconventional challenge, which I love. They have to go to a store somewhere, I'm not sure where yet, and make a dress out of something other than fabric, and that'll be awesome. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter, So Chic Megan, and you can see my live tweeting during the show, and make sure to watch my video next week.